Welcome into the live stream here from McCready and Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal. That is Tyler.
What it is, sir?
How are you?
It's a Mega Rain Thursday. I got it back. I got my voice back, Scoops. You got your voice back, Scoops.
It's coming back. It's coming back.
Sounds good, man. You sound
it's
good.
It's better. I coughed so much last night that I told Laura, I said, I'm going to go sleep in Caroline's bed. Because I knew I was keeping her awake. Because God knows I was keeping me awake. But it's better.
I had a 8-year-old. So last night we watched Thoughts and Prayers for our people down in Florida with Hurricane Milton. We watched. There is a YouTube channel, weather channel, basically called Max Velocity that I've really gotten into. Anytime there's a weather event, they do a great job covering it. And so I had both baseball games. I had my guy Rich Rod on a screen, and we had the Max Velocity on another screen. And so Knox, they're at fall break, and so he likes to, if there's a ball game on, like tonight it'll be Thursday night football, instead of reading books, he likes to fall asleep watching ball. Which, let's go. And that was also on the screen. So I think he had a little hurricane nightmare last night. So he came, jumped in the bed, and Knox cannot stay still when he sleeps. He is a kung fu fighter in his sleep. So he is. I woke up feeling like I was catching a knuckleballer. For 106 pitches.
He's 8.
He's 8.
Yeah.
And so the foot area is not in a general good area.
Well,
I forgot to put my cup on before I went to sleep.
Not to get all sentimental.
3-time world champ and all.
But I can remember when Carson was about that age, and we'd go on some of our boys' trips, and we could share a bed back in those days.
Yeah.
He wasn't very good at staying on his side of the bed. He'd kind of get over into my side of the bed, and you'd get some kicks and stuff. But some 10 years later, I miss those days a little bit. Those days are over.
They're coming to an end. They're coming in because, for some reason, my 18-year-old and my soon-to-be happy early birthday to my first mini-me, my 17, he'll be 17 on Saturday.
It's crazy. He turned 17 Saturday. Carson turned 18 last Friday.
Yeah.
Man.
Time's a flying, brother.
18.
Yeah, 18. So I have an 18-year-old.
How the hell is my youngest 18, Tyler?
I don't know. My oldest is 18.
Isn't that crazy?
It's nuts. We're doing the old. So very fortunate, very blessed. My oldest one definitely got his mother's brain. He's a smart one, and so he's getting all these letters from colleges, trying to get him to apply and all that stuff, and he's getting
because he popped a big score, right?
Popped a big score.
Okay,
so he's getting scholarship offers, and I'm not going to say the school, but a very, very good basketball school. Sets in the Big East. An academic Big East school. Offered a scholarship, and I was like, holy shit, that's a great scholarship. Until I looked and see how much tuition was. I was like, see what had happened was that was like a 5% scholarship. But it looked like it would be a full scholarship somewhere.
If he gets interested in ULM, you let me know. I'll make a couple of calls.
We know some people.
I'll make a couple of calls. We make some things happen at ULM.
We can get it rolling. But no,
elite academic institution.
Been very blessed. I have good youngins. They are they do well. I'm glad they took after their mother. Did a great job raising them.
Yeah.
I can't now Knox. I'll probably mess him up. So the older two basically grew up with a single mother for a majority of their formative years. So I've
noticed Knox kind of getting. He's wild.
He has
problems. I can see him.
Like he hit me with Saturday or Friday night in the game. So we were taking a strike. We were down. We were taking a strike. First pitch is right down the middle, and he just freaking tries to break his back swinging. And I look at him. I'm like, "What are we doing?" He comes to the dugout, and I was like, "Why did you swing at the first pitch?" He's like, "Dad, man, it looks so good. It looks so good.
Look like a big balloon.
It looks so good." So
he's 8.
He's 8. So
ain't nobody taking pitches at 8.
Well, he's trying to run up the pitch count, but it didn't help.
All right, let's go.
I've already made enough people mad about my comments.
Welcome into episode 219. Is that right? 219 of McCready and Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal McCready. That is Tyler Siskey here on this Thursday afternoon, October the 10th. We've almost made it to Friday, boys and girls. We're almost there. Thank you for making us a part of your week. Lots of programming at MPW Digital. Today, already three shows. One video, 3 audio shows already today. More to come after us. So thanks for being with us. If you have not hit the like button, we'd love that. I'd even love the subscribe button, maybe even more. We're up to 9,100?
91.2. 91.2.
Over 9,100. We're pushing 10,000. We're the little engine that could.
Does it tell you who the 10,000th subscriber is?
That I don't know.
Okay.
If there is, we could make ourselves a competition.
Yeah. I'm going to do a Quick U hat giveaway to the 10,000th. When we hit 10,000, I'm going to do a Quick U hat giveaway. I'll mail it to somebody.
All right, that's nice.
Everybody's asking me about Quick U hat. I got a whole slew of them, but I'm not mailing them to people. But I will mail it when we hit 10,000. I'll mail a Quick U hat to somebody.
All right, that's nice.
May mail 2.
Probably you can get you some Rain. Rain Total Body Fuel, 300 milligrams natural caffeine, BCAAs, electrolytes, 0 sugar. It's got what you need to push the limits and achieve all of your goals. So check them out on Instagram at Rain Body Fuel to learn more.
Neal, you already know what today is. Today is Mega Rain Thursday, and I'm coming in hot with the Red Dragon. I'm getting juiced up for the picks today. I'm loving it. It gets your mind right. This right here, this by itself right here, if you can get your offensive line to drink a Red Dragon before you go on the field, guaranteed 450 yards rushing. Guaranteed.
Wow.
And no sacks.
So all you got to do is drink Rain. Just get 5 kids, put them up there, give them some Rain.
Yeah. If you shotgun it, it may last 2 weeks. So if you're a shotgun of Rain,
so you have a hell of a week of practice, too.
Hell of a week of practice. So Neal, the Cooper Chevrolet chat is already bumping. And are you looking for a heavy duty? Look no further than our good friends at Cooper Chevrolet. They have over $8,700 off right now, or low 3.9% APR for 60 months, plus no payments until next year. That's right, no payments until 2025. They have over 40 heavy duties available right now at Cooper Chevrolet. Give our friends a call at area code 256-236-4481, area code 256-236-4481, and tell them your 2 favorite ball-headed co-hosts sent you. Neal, we're also brought to you by our good friend Brandon and our people, good, awesome people at PTG Outdoors. Neal, they are a Camus boats dealer. They have both fresh and saltwater boats. They sell and service Mercury outboards. They do custom marine electronic installations with Garmin, Humminbird, and Low Ranch products. You can get all of your fishing needs in custom golf cart retrofits where they replace all of the batteries with a single lithium battery. They're located there in Grenada, Mississippi. Make sure you also go to the online store at ptgoutdoors.com. Doesn't matter if you're on Twitter, if you're on TikTok, YouTube, wherever you're listening to us at right now, Spotify, Apple, go to ptgoutdoors.com to their online store, and they will get you taken care of.
How about that?
How about that? How about that? How about that? I'm in one of those moods. Like Thursday, once I get here to Thursday, during this season, my first part of the week is a shit show. And I try to get everything kind of like close to wrapped up. To the stuff that wears me out is wrapped up by like lunch on Thursday. So when we get to the show, it's almost like I got an early weekend. So tomorrow I just tie up loose ends and make sure we're ready to go at Quick U for the weekend. It helps because all of your clients are getting ready to play a game. So it's usually the last part of dealing with the clients is before lunch today, and then they get ready for the weekend. All right, Neal, we talked about it before we hit the audio. So I know if you're in the YouTube or you're on TikTok, you probably heard this before, but really thoughts and prayers. And I just hate it. We stayed up and watched it last night. Hurricane Milton hitting yesterday, last night, making landfall a little after 7 last night. I don't know the official time. In the Tampa area, I saw the Tropicana Field roof got ripped off.
Yeah, it's one of those fiberglass roofs that tore it up.
Yeah, I've been there. I went there I went there to watch. When I was at Ole Miss, we were recruiting, but we went by. There was one of the All-Star games was played there. One of the East-West Shrine or something like that was played there.
Yeah.
I remember like Jordan Tomu was playing in it and somebody else. But anyway, we went there and watched. We had some O-linemen playing in it, and we went there and for practice, and that was when I met Brocco Mendenhall for the first time.
Okay.
Have you ever been to that facility, that stadium?
I don't think I've ever been. I've been by it.
It's a weird vibe.
Yeah.
It's like
because it's out in St. Pete.
Yeah, it's you when you go in, it's almost like you're going into a high school gymnasium, like the foyer, I guess. It's like really tight. Like there's nowhere. I couldn't imagine a large crowd being in there. And then I'm gonna tell you what it's like. It's like if you remember like when you go to the tad pad.
Yeah.
And you go in the tad pad and how the alleyway's kind of tight like that. It's like that all the way around, and then just boom, the stadium's in there, the baseball field or whatever. But yeah, it got ripped off, but a lot of flooding, rain, and all that stuff. And they had, I think it was the second most tornadoes ever in the history of the tornado warnings ever. It's like 130 something warnings, only second to Alabama and of April of 2011 when all the tornadoes went through Alabama. But
that's scary as hell.
130 something ish tornado warnings and some bad ones. So hope everybody stays safe. I know it's tough hitting back to back with Helene and then Milton. And again, we got a bunch of the whole coaching staff at Cardinal Givens. Shout out those guys. We're thinking about you. They listen to our show every week, and so
absolutely thinking about all you guys. That's scary as hell.
Yeah, it's a bad deal.
Those deals are, but it does sound like it relatively weakened before it hit, because it hit as a 3, and there was concern it would hit as a high 4, maybe even a 5, and then I think it did deteriorate on land pretty quickly, which is good.
It's still no bueno.
No.
The rain and
and it's still raining and stuff, right?
Yeah, well, it's leaving, but you're getting the back ends of it.
Yeah.
It'll be completely out of here, but storm surge and all that stuff. It's wild. All right, Neal. Last night, football. Last night, my Fighting Rich Rodriguez's.
Saw this.
Okay, my man Rich Rod about 4 weeks ago is actually when they went to Eastern Michigan and lost in double overtime. My man Rich Rod is done finding him a QB now. Tyler Huff can run that offense, man. Makes good decisions. They're starting to this Conference USA thing. Watch out for my Gamecocks. Just watch out, because Liberty played the night before. Liberty's going to lose. Liberty's going to end up losing probably multiple games as the season goes on. They did not play App State last week, which App State's down, but because of the hurricane stuff, they had a bye week. And now we're in this Conference USA stuff. Watch out for my Gamecocks. Rich Rod's got him a crew. They scored. I took the over. They damn near got the over by themselves. They win like 50-something to 13 or whatever it was, and they scored late. But Tyler Huff, since he's been playing quarterback, they're like a totally different team than what they looked like when they played Coastal. So excited for him. By the way, if you haven't already, it's on the Jacksonville State football's Twitter account. Rich Rod in the locker room after the game. And I wish Rich Rod is one of those guys, and you know this because you've been around him.
Mm-hmm.
Rich Rod, right, wrong, or indifferent, the TV always likes to catch him in ragey moments.
Yeah.
Okay. And so people think that Rich Rod's like this nuts, crazy guy.
And in fact, he's anything but that.
He is the total opposite. and I did, when I first met Rich Rod, I'm thinking, like, Rich Rod is like the coolest dude ever. Like, you can't find a player that doesn't like the guy. I mean, that doesn't love the guy. But anyway, I wish that they would publicize the Twitter account video in him in the locker room after the game. That's Rich Rod. And he was talking about, he goes, okay, I guess they're on fall break or something. He goes, no school tomorrow, no football tomorrow. He goes, wait a minute, no school on Friday, no football on Friday. And then, and then no school on Saturday, no football. He's getting them off because of the week or whatever. But the short week, I think they play Thursday or Friday next week. So he's just going to do a normal week, but he's getting time off. But just to see him in a different light, I encourage all fans to do that, because that's my dude. He's good people. All right, Neal, NCAA news here before we get to our picks here. This was one of those things that I think people thought it was a big deal. The NCAA officially does away with the NLI. Okay, make sure that's not NIL.
National Letter of Intent.
National Letter of Intent. And so to explain to everybody what that was, is for years, as long as I've done it, you had to have 2 pieces of paper signed when you signed a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would get his national letter of intent. That bound the kid to you for 1 calendar year. Okay.
Yep.
Then they would sign their grant and aid and that would bind the school to the kid. Okay. Well, now they're just doing away with that. And everybody's like, what's the big deal? Da, 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 da. It's really not a big deal because now we had kids leaving in the portal and all that stuff now anyway before a full year. So the portal has kind of made that completely useless piece of paper. And so I get that. Now, what are they going to do now? They're going to sign the grant and aid. They're going to sign basically the stuff that binds the school to the kid. And when they do that, particularly in the portal, when they do that, that will allegedly stop all communication between the prospect and other schools. That's what it's supposed to do. Don't think that's going to happen. But just that's
you don't think
that's what that's what they're saying it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
I was writing this down today, and you know how I am with stories. They just kind of hit me. And when I was writing this down, I'll explain the differences. So I've never told this story on here before. So I'm at Alabama, and we did not have, this was when you just had the one signing day in February. And so I was at Alabama, and there was a linebacker that we got committed very early in the process, before his, like really early, like right after his junior year. And so he was kind of committed to us, maybe in the middle of his junior year. And that was when football was changing, and we're going to some RPO stuff and things like that. And so, you know, forever and a day, Nick was a 3-4 guy, right? And so you had to recruit and personnel to this 3-4 system. And so Nick said, and the linebackers were very difficult to recruit to in that system, because if they were 6'3", 250 pounds in high school, they were no longer playing linebacker. They were playing rush in or whatever. And so it was very hard to find linebackers because they lacked the instincts and awareness to play the position. And so with the game and having to go smaller and faster on defense, we're like, hey, we need to go find some smaller, faster linebackers to plug and play and start building the roster that way. And that's when we ended up with Rashawn Evans. We ended up fine, okay? But
it turns out even those guys like Dodge Chargers. I mean, listen, everybody likes a good Charger. No, I'm just saying.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying in general. Even the smaller linebackers who run well, they still like to drive those vehicles. I don't know what made me think of that.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
So this kid, we get him committed early, and then he got basically committed him off film, and then he was committed, and he didn't get to come very much. He was from Texas. He didn't get to come to campus very much. But every time this kid came to campus, this kid got weirder and weirder and just more and more strange. And I'm like, and I remember like he came in like the summer, and I remember going there. I was like, look, guys, this guy ain't going like he doesn't fit here. Okay. I was like, he's not going to make it here. Like and I say that, and
this was like JD Vance weird. What,
no, it's just odd, man. Like skinny jeans and freaking like came and like he sat down at practice, like just weird, man, just weird. And like I don't mean this to be the wrong way. I apologize. I can just speak on how it was when I was there. AJ, you saw AJ's mentality the other day. Right, wrong, or indifferent. And I apologize to all fan bases. Okay. Alabama wasn't for everybody. You had to be a different bird, not that kind of different, but you had to be wired differently to make it there, because it wasn't snow clouds, bunny rabbits, and My Little Ponies. Like you had to be, and he just didn't fit. And so
you had to be.
Yeah. And this kid's at a bigger school in Texas, and we're like, we can't drop this kid and all that. And we're like, okay, look.
He wasn't macho enough? What are we?
Yeah, that's probably a good word for it. He just didn't have the. He's not the guy that I go, you know what? That guy's gonna knock the shit out of somebody one day.
He wasn't a Marlboro man.
No, he's just different. Yeah, he was just different from what we've been recruiting. I'll put it like that. He wasn't a Reggie Ragland. He wasn't a Rashawn Evans. He wasn't a Reuben Foster. Any of that stuff. But he was a fast kid that could go sideline to sideline, all that stuff. Well, he's a national recruit. He makes the national, all these, that's back when the Under Armour game was really big, the U.S. Army game, and they were competing for kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, every one of our commits is playing in the Under Armour game except this one kid, and he's playing in the U.S. Army game. Well, he's enrolling mid-year, okay? But back then, when you enrolled somebody mid-year, you would sign them to their grant and aid, but they couldn't sign them. They wouldn't sign their national letter of intent until signing day in February.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what bounds you to the kid, right? So this kid signs his grant and aid and all that stuff, and he goes to the deal. We're at like the Sugar Bowl and all that stuff, and so we were in the Sugar Bowl while that game was going on. And this kid is literally leaving the plans where the kid, weird parents, the kid was leaving the All-Star game, the Army game, and flying to Birmingham and coming to school like the next day or whatever, right? And so he mailed, okay, right before we're getting ready to leave to go to the Sugar Bowl, the UPS guy FedEx guy shows up, and he's just got all this stuff, and they drop it off in the recruiting department. I'm like, what in the fuck is this? It was all of his stuff. I'm talking about clothes, TV, Xbox. Like he mailed all of his stuff instead of moving. He was just going to fly and have all his stuff. And so I got some of our recruiting specialists, some of our young guys. They take his box, they go put it in his room. I said, y'all go ahead and put his clothes. We're trying to be nice. I was like, whatever. Well, dude, the U.S. Army game comes, and I don't know what it was. I guess he got with some people at the game or whatever. And this dude, instead of getting on the plane to come to Tuscaloosa, gets on the plane and goes to L.A. and goes to UCLA. Well, we got all of his stuff in the room. And I was like, does this kid not know that every bit of his, I'm talking about clothes. Every bit of his clothes, TV, Xbox, shoes. Just like 2 boxes of Jordans. Just shoes everywhere. I was like, does he not realize like everything he owns is over there in Bryant Hall in a room? And this dude, and he wouldn't answer the phone call and stuff. And so anyway,
y'all are kind of glad, right?
Glad, but disrespected.
Okay.
That wasn't the correct way to handle it. And so
nobody would ever know who this kid is.
Yeah,
man.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
I don't want to put a kid on Front Street. It's not hard to look up.
It's been 20 years.
It hasn't been 20 years. Golly, I'm not that damn old.
Okay, what year was it?
It's like 10 years ago.
So this would have been the 2014 signing class?
13 or 14.
All right.
I'll look it up when I get done. So anyway, long story short is we basically held his stuff hostage until he could call and act like a man and say he was going somewhere else. And then so when he called and said that he was going to enroll at UCLA, then we sent him his stuff. But we made him call before we would send his stuff. We were going to make him phone. We were going to make him call. He wasn't going to send a text message. He was going to call to ask for it. So yeah, that's how.
Where was he from?
Texas.
Linebacker?
Yes.
Okay, I'm looking at 2026. Did he actually enroll there?
Oh yeah, he played. I think he transferred to somewhere before it was all said and done. Yeah, he was a starter.
Okay, I'm looking. Hold on, we're gonna find this. I got to know. not him. Miles Jack was in that class.
No, it was not Miles Jack. We wouldn't have been happy on that one. He was a baller.
All right, so it must have been 2024.
No,
2014. That was 2013.
It probably been 2014 then.
Okay, let's see. It
was definitely 2014. 2014 or 2015 class. I don't remember.
Okay, so it wasn't 2013 for sure.
No, because 2013 I was here at Ole Miss. 2013 class.
All right.
That was the Derrick Henry class.
Zach Whitley?
Yeah, that's him.
Zach Whitley. I wonder what ever happened.
What was he ranked? Wasn't he like a 4-star?
Yeah, he was a 4-star, North Shore. So, no. Okay, now we're on to something.
Now you know what high school it is, don't you?
Yeah.
You know where you're getting at here.
I know. Uh-huh. That school is crazy.
Why is that, Neal?
That school.
Who else went to school there, Neal?
That was Zach Evans.
Yes, it was.
That school's wild.
They got a long history.
Yeah, he was ranked. This is 247's rankings.
Okay.
Sorry, rivals. It came up. But hey, maybe we need to talk to the people at Google. He was ranked 119 nationally, 4th at his position.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's him.
Zach Whitley.
That's him.
I wonder whatever happened to Zach.
I know he played, and then I think he transferred somewhere. I kept up a little bit, but not a lot.
He went to University of Rio Grande.
There you go.
Makes sense. Not a surprise at all.
But you just knew that as like, he ain't about this life. It's not going to work here. It was just, you could tell, you could just tell. It's like, it's just not for everybody. There's also a very good wide receiver in the NFL that we could have had. And when he showed up, I was like, nah, this one ain't going to work either. And he's had his own issues. But anyway, All right. So here's the thing. I want to say this. So they're going to keep the spring transfer window open. They're going to continue to have it. They decided that they were going to keep the spring window after telling. This is where the frustration comes in. I'm going to have hand raised guy moment for a second.
All right.
This is where the frustration comes in. NCAA, you don't build rosters at the last second. Like, rosters take time, strategy, how you're going to approach, how you're going to build your team going to the next year. This is not something that takes place in 2 seconds, okay? It takes time. I mean, almost a year in advance. And so the NCAA has been told over and over again by the universities, like, hey, guys, cool that you're going to change roster rules, but can you give us a little heads up so we can prepare and make plans accordingly? So the NCAA has told
Gave him 6 weeks.
all these people that, hey, we're probably going to have one window, prepare accordingly, right? So we're only going to have one portal window, prepare accordingly. Hey, we're going to have one portal window, prepare accordingly. And so you got all these preparations and game plans that are going for signing day is going to be the first Wednesday in December. Then everybody knows the December portal window's open, but hey, that's going to be the only window, yada, yada, yada. Well, now yesterday, just out of the blue, without telling or giving any school a heads up, they go, oh, nope, we're going to keep the spring window open. There's going to be 10 days there. There's going to be 20 days in December and 10 days there without letting anyone know, okay? A lot of frustration amongst college recruiting departments and head coaches and anybody that has anything to do with roster management. The NCAA needs to have their own hand raised guy with, like, hey, guys, like, look, it's cool that you want to change rules. Like, we get it. We're going to play by whatever rules you go with, but you can't tell us freaking 6 weeks before National High School Signing Day that you're also going to have another portal window open that changes your entire game plan that you've been working on for over a year. And it's just like, holy shit, did it again. Like, they did the same thing a couple of years ago with dropping the initials, right? And it's like, they can't, like, what are the fuck are we doing, man? It's like, it's so frustrating. It's like, guys, like, you can't keep doing this over and over and over again. Like, your job, like, you got to understand, it goes back to where I get frustrated.
It's just incompetence. That's
all
all
it is. The people making the rules have never in their life broken a huddle. They were the last person picked on the playground. They went to school. They got a great job. They got a great education. I don't know why the hell they picked that job.
Because they threw 170 pitches
probably,
when they were 8 years old.
That's probably, or it's the person who put the guy that's what they end up at the NCAA. That's probably how that works. But, like, holy shit, like, have a clue. All right, and then here's my other one, okay? Here's my other one. You're really going to like this one. I would like to do my study, Neal. I can't make this up. I was actually looking. I got on Twitter, and I knew that the date. I couldn't remember the dates, and so I got on Twitter because I saw Ross Dellinger's tweet, and I got on Ross Dellinger's account, and I was scrolling to find the dates of the portal window so I could put it on here. And I need to say that December 9th through the 28th, and then April 16th through the 25th. That's what I was looking for on Ross's Twitter account. But what does Ross have on the top of his Twitter account? I want to know this. I need to have a study. I want to know how much money you spent on this. The NCAA, Neal, hired a whole outside firm and did this big study on social media and fan abuse and harassment. Okay? And the NCAA, so y'all all be on warrants. We got TikTok here. We got Twitter listening. We got YouTube. Y'all all have been asked. Okay? The NCAA, by gosh, has made a statement. They're asking for all fans to please curb your abuse on social media as it relates to coaches and players.
Good luck with that.
How much money did you spend to go, man, Twitter's been around since 2009. So that's what you're 15 years too late. This is how much money and time was spent on a study to go, do you know that that social media is a cruel place?
And now you're asking the fans to pay for the players. And when the players don't perform the way that the fans expect them to, they feel like they have ownership.
Neal, you're going to learn something today. Did you know there's a thing called a troll? Did you know that? They probably paid $150,000 for this study. Did you know that there was a thing called a troll on the internet?
Now, I don't get trolling. I don't really understand it. Like, the people that get their jollies off trolling, I don't understand those people.
Well, it's because...
But, yeah, you're not going to get them to stop.
I do understand the trolls. The trolls are the guys. Let me tell you who the troll guy is. the real trolls that like hide behind like their username is like user 4647999946. Like those trolls.
Yeah.
Their whole life, when they would talk shit, they got stuffed in a locker. Okay.
Yeah.
And they can hide behind they can hide behind a screen name and talk shit because they won't get stuffed in a locker. And I have found, especially this has been my favorite part. Somebody asked me the other day, what's your favorite part since you quit coaching? I had a coach ask me this. I said, well, I should probably tell you that my favorite part is being a dad and being able to see what the real world looks like. I said, probably my really favorite part is all these people that talk shit all the time. When I find out who they are and I confront them, they're not so bad anymore. They're not about that life. That's probably, I've been able to talk shit back to them. So that's probably my favorite part of not coaching. But yeah, that's probably why. But they spent no telling how much money to do a study to find out that, hey, Neal, by gosh, there's trolls on social media. Social media so all you fans, by gosh, the NCAA has asked you, please stop.
Bless them.
Please stop. That's what came out of that study. You're welcome.
Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious.
Neal, tell me about life advice, and we're going to get to picks.
All right, life advice is presented by Cole Walters of State Farm Insurance. Cole Walters is licensed in auto, home, life, health, business, and pet insurance for the whole state of Georgia. Contact Cole at 706-525-7850. You can also find him online, ColeWaltersInsurance.com.
Neal, I have life advice. The old TikToker and social media, especially after AJ's clip the other day, the AJ Vanderbilt clip. A lot of college football fans, you know what they had a tough time doing on Tuesday, Neal? They had a tough time turning the page.
It's hard to turn the page.
26 days. Come on in. You're good. It's just me and Scoops. Had a tough time turning the page, Scoops. So here's my advice is, in case you haven't noticed, college football fan, in case you haven't noticed, the game is a little bit different these days. It's a little bit different. There's a lot more parity / mediocrity, whatever you would like to call it. Come take a seat, Aka. We're going to have fun today. All right. It's changed a lot. And so I think the fans need to understand what the 24-hour rule is. So for 24 hours after the game, you can cry, you can have your pity party, you can celebrate, you can talk shit. But then you know what you gotta do after that, Neal?
You gotta turn the page.
You gotta turn the page.
Turn the page.
Turn the page. 26 days. 26 days. 26 days. This is a live broadcast. 26 days. 26 days. So, hey, it's okay. Next man up. You'll go play them. There's going to be a lot more losses coming for everybody. We are now in the SEC that has one undefeated team, and that one undefeated team really hasn't played anybody yet. So, hey, turn the page, line them up, go play the next week. You know, it got so dark.
I've told people this several times today. When you tell everyone, hey, we're going to make this more like pro sports, okay? All right, fine. That's great. Understand. I think what
caveat.
I think what you're seeing is that a lot of people who love college football, they don't watch the NFL, or don't pay a close enough attention to notice that the NFL is sort of known for one thing. One thing. There's one thing that really makes the NFL popular, beyond gambling, beyond fantasy football. It's that your team is never that far away. If you draft correctly, your team's never that far away from winning. In other words,
or losing.
yeah, but parity.
Mm-hmm.
So when college sports become more like pro sports, there's going to be more parity. And with more parity, there's going to be the difference in the SEC, for example, this year. And I'm going to give Texas the benefit of the doubt for now, even though I think it's a real gift, because I don't know. Well, let's just say Texas is elite. Fine,
okay.
Fine. We'll see. Let's say they are.
Okay.
The gap from 2 to 16 has never been this small, which means that the gap from like 5, however you decided to do this, 5 to 9 is like minuscule. The gap from 4 to 6 is almost non-existent. Like I did this on Sunday morning in 10 Weekend Thoughts, where I woke up on the day after Vanderbilt beat Alabama, the day after Arkansas beat Tennessee, and you're like, all right, let's do my SEC rankings. And I was like, I went Texas, and then I went Oh shit! I
How
don't
fun
know.
was that exercise?
Oh, it was brutal. I mean, I started writing little notes in the thing like, "This is impossible."
But the
This is
crazy
not-
thing is
this
you're
is not
putting Texas
doable.
down, and you really don't know though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Well, and I said this much. I put Texas at 1, and I was like, "This isn't possible.
yeah,
This isn't. There's no way to do this properly."
Just wait till the breakoff happens. Wink, wink, hint, hint. Wink, wink, hint, hint. A lot of positive vibes coming out of Nashville, Scoops.
Is that right?
A lot of positive vibes coming out of Nashville. Just saying.
Okay.
I can't wait to be right, though. I can't wait to be right.
So you're saying, oh, don't put it on that thing. It's gonna fall. You're saying 73 teams. You're saying they're gonna go ahead and give everybody else an invitation, and they're gonna tier the distribution.
It's gonna be the Power Four.
Okay.
Okay. And then some. Okay.
Okay.
There's gonna be kind of an entrance fee, a
Okay.
minimum deal.
Okay.
I think like Liberty, South Florida, Memphis, Tulane, Boise. Basically who can afford the floor in a nutshell. But is there going to be a tiered system? Yes.
Yeah.
There's going to be a tiered system. But when you start throwing away directional school games, and all of a sudden LSU has to travel to the Big House and then besides the conference games, your 8 conference games, and you got those other 4 games.
You're adding some L's.
Or Michigan, Ohio State, at Oklahoma. You're going to add L's, and fans are going to lose their mind. But I think they're going to go 13 games. That's what I've heard. Okay, but you're talking about a 9-4 year is going to get you in the playoffs. Like when people are losing 4 games to get in the playoffs, that's going to change the complete mindset of fans because they're losing their mind when they lose 1 game right now.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, Neal. Put us on the intro. Just so everybody knows, in the chat already, in the Cooper Chevrolet chat, we had some people thought you were Machine Gun Kelly. But it's not Machine Gun Kelly. And then somebody said that they thought it was my kid. They look like my kid. I said, it's not my kid. So
Aka looks like you?
Somebody said they look like a 17 version.
Doesn't?
That's what they said in the chat. I didn't say that. That's what they said.
This is Aka Lindstrom. Aka lives with us this year. He arrived in mid-July. He'll be with us until early June. Late June. Aka is from Finland.
Yep.
Not quite Helsinki, but close enough to Helsinki that we can just call it Helsinki. So he's gonna pick games this week.
He is your proxy.
Aka is my proxy because I'm not winning. I rode with Campbell until Campbell lost. She had a draw, and then she lost by 1 game. And so we're going to try something else. Okay. Because why not?
Why not? We're still firing. All right, here we go. Going into...
And don't forget, you guys are sharing a mic.
We're sharing a mic, so you got to get close to me. No Diddy. All right, here we go. All right. Make it rain Thursday coming into this week. Neal and his proxies are 21, 38, and 2, minus 14.35 units. So what that means is if somebody was betting with Scoops and his proxies, and they were betting $100 on every game, they would be down $1,435. My team Cisco, is 30, 29, and 2. I'm plus 1.45 units, which means if somebody was betting $100 with every game, they would be in the green $145, which means a difference of 15.8 units going into this week. All right, so this is what we'll do. Are you prepared? You ready to go? I mean, like, you don't even have a sheet, man.
He doesn't even have notes. Oh, he's got his phone. He's got his phone.
New age kids.
Yeah, new age.
What generation are we in here? What's their generation name?
Is this Z?
Is this Gen Z?
Are they Z?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Gen Z or whatever. We're Gen Z, ZY, XY, Z.
Let's do this first. Aka, before we get rolling, how much American football... How much did you know about American football before you got to America?
Nothing. Basically nothing at all. I knew the idea of football and what you need, like how to score, but that's it.
All right, so you've watched a fairly decent amount of football games. You've been to some high school games. You've been to a couple of Ole Miss games. What have been your thoughts on American football so far now that you've seen it in person?
Well, the main complaint I have about it is there's too much stoppage time. That's the main thing that I don't like about it. The main thing that I do like about it is there's everything in it. There's throwing the ball, kicking the ball. It's just really interesting. And if there wasn't as much downtime as there is, it'd be so interesting to everybody. But for me, as I'm used to like the European soccer, I'm just not used to like them like downtime after every play.
We sat. I can't remember which game it was. It was a college. Oh no, it was. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
It was LSU USC early in the season, and Aka and I tried to kind of. This is the first time that I realized, my God, what a stupid game this is. Like, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but like it has so many rules. When you try to explain American football to someone who's never really seen American football at all, and you have to start explaining, because he would say, well, no, why are they going backwards? Why did that happen? The penalties, the whole thing. It is a very complicated game to learn.
It definitely is.
I mean, so how much, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being where you were that day to where you are today, how far along have you gotten in sort of understanding what's happening when you're watching it?
I would say around 7 or 8 on a good day.
Oh.
I played NCAA with some of my friends, and that told me a lot.
Oh, you were better at it now. You sort of understood what you were doing?
Yeah.
What team were you?
I was Ohio State, I think.
Okay, so you took a good team. Yeah. That's smart. That's smart. That's my boy.
Yeah, they have a good D-line, I think.
All right, so we're ready to do this. He's got some games. Since it is my picks, I reserve the right to help a little.
You let me know. We'll put in the official picks.
And we'll go from there.
All right, here we go. So here's what we'll do. I'm going to let you start off. I'll pass the mic back and forth. All right, very important. So when you're talking, when you're doing yours, make sure you're talking down the front of this thing right here so the fans can hear you, okay? All right, Neal, make it rain. Aka, we're going to start with college, okay? Do you know the difference between college and the NFL? Okay, all right, well, good start.
Yeah, he's been to college games.
All right, here we go. All right. Give me your first college pick.
Okay, well, I'm not sure about the line, but I think Kentucky and Vanderbilt will be, I have written here, under 10 points, Kentucky win.
Okay, so you're going to take Vanderbilt and the points. So he's taking Vanderbilt plus, he's getting 13.5. He's going Vandy plus 13.5. I think that's a good pick. I like that pick.
I like your pick, sir.
Good job.
It's a good start. Good start. Good start.
Nice job.
Do you know why I like his pick, Neal?
What's that?
Because I'm going to have to take the old pen out over here. That's why I like his pick.
Oh, that's good.
It's usually a good sign.
That's good.
Good sign. Good sign. All right, my first pick, Neal. Aka. The South Carolina Gamecocks are traveling to Tuscaloosa this weekend. Both teams coming off a loss. Alabama is favored by 21 points. That's a lot of points. Aka, that is a lot of points. That's like 3 times into the end zone plus another score. That's a lot of points. But it's not enough. Give me the Alabama Crimson Tide to get right. All of you haters out there, the dynasty is over. Kalen DeBoer is wearing a T-shirt on the sideline. What are we doing? I mean, the meltdown this week has been just glorious to watch. But Alabama is going to get right and beat the shit out of South Carolina at 11 a.m. on Saturday morning.
All right.
There you go, Aka. That's called Red Dragon Rage right there. All right, your second pick, sir.
Well, I'm not sure about the line again. I couldn't find them anywhere.
That's
but
okay.
I think Ole Miss will beat LSU away.
All right.
It's a pretty must win from what I understood. So
that's correct.
I think they will go through and Dart will win them the game.
All right. So he's going with Jackson Dart and the Rebels. He's got Ole Miss minus 3.5 is the line we're going to go with as of this afternoon. I'm going with DraftKings lines as of right now. Ole Miss minus 3.5 in Baton Rouge.
That sounds great.
I also do not like this pick, Aka, because I'm now having to scratch another one off.
This would be the first time. I don't think this matters at all, but it's notes. This would be the first time that Ole Miss had won in Baton Rouge since 2008. It's okay.
Yeah.
No,
all right. So
okay.
here's the deal. I also like the line.
I was going to take Carson and Aka. This was going to be the weekend we were going to go to Baton Rouge. Turns out it probably works out best because it's going to be an absolute zoo down there.
Yeah.
We were going to do that and then maybe do the Saints game, but they've got club soccer this weekend in Arkansas. So they got Little Rock and then Springdale this weekend. So that didn't work.
I like that line as well.
We're going, but I'm going to try to get him go to LSU for sure because I think it's a interesting place. I was going to try to get him to Tiger Stadium. We'll see how that works.
I like this line. I think Ole Miss is a 4 to 7 point better team. I think the matchups favor Ole Miss.
I think Trey Harris is going to play, and the fact that he is going to play tells me that they think he's healthy.
Yeah, I think he's fine. I'm going to make another prediction for Ole Miss fans. Can I make a prediction for Ole Miss fans to get your hand raised guys cranked up tonight? Yeah. I predict that we have a Bentley sighting this weekend.
By necessity?
I'm just saying. I'm predicting a Bentley sighting this weekend.
Okay.
That's my prediction. Can I have a prediction? That's fair. That's my hot take. I think we have a Bentley sighting this weekend. All right. That'll get your hand raised, guys.
Well, they listed Matt Jones as doubtful. Yeah.
Scoops. There is a game. All right, have you ever heard of the Red River rivalry? Well, let me tell you about that. Here in America, we got this thing called the Red River rivalry. You know, the Red River, I don't know why it's Texas versus Oklahoma. It should be Texas versus Louisiana.
Because it runs through Shreveport.
It runs right there, man.
Hell yeah.
Our man, Chief Caddo, that's how we got Natchitoches and Nacogdoches. That's how we got Northwestern and Stephen F. Austin. But whatever. The Red River rivalry is in Dallas. It's at the Cotton Bowl. It's a very old, legendary stadium. And most of the time, they play this game at 11 o'clock in the morning because at dark, you know, when you go to Cotton Bowl after dark there, it's usually getting a little rough around the old Cotton Bowl. You got to make sure that you're using your Second Amendment rights when you're walking around the Cotton Bowl, you know, when it gets dark, right? But this game's going to be played at 2:30. The Texas Longhorns, are they number 1 in the country this week? Or they're up there somewhere?
Yeah, either 1 or 2. I don't know. Yeah, they're 1.
They're 1.
They're 1 because Ohio State's 2.
Yeah, the Texas Longhorns are taking on the Oklahoma Boomer Sooners.
Boomer.
The Texas Longhorns are favored by 14.5. That's called 14 and a hook. That half's called a hook. That is 2 touchdowns and then another one. Okay. And guess what, Aka? It's too much. Give me Boomer plus 14.5 in the Cotton Bowl on Saturday at 2:30 on ABC.
There you go. I like that pick.
Oh, let's go. He likes it. I feel good.
Okay, so my third pick would be Iowa State winning West Virginia.
Virginia.
I can't pronounce it. My bad. Anybody who's from there. So Iowa State, I think they will.
You know what? Screw you, Virginians. He ain't. Leave him alone. All right, I'm looking for that line.
3.
All right, Iowa State. So we're going. That game is in Morgantown.
It is.
Why can't I find that game? There it is. There it is. -3. Iowa State -3. All right, we're going with the Cyclones. I like this. Good pick. He's a big Cyclone guy.
That is another great pick. You know, the Iowa State Cyclones are really close to my heart because they have built this team through this little hat right here. So it's been, you know, hey, I'm always down for the Cyclones. Always down. Like that pick. All right, Neal. This will be my third pick. Neal, there's a game taking place in Utah this weekend.
Yeah, Aka's gonna tell his parents when he tells them later about it. So I was on the YouTube show, and I was next to this man who just screamed
all the time,
the whole time. It was crazy. Yeah. It was nuts.
It's just the Red Dragon's fault. I usually don't scream all the time, just sometimes, just for 30 minutes on Thursdays, and when somebody throws an 8-year-old 100 pitches. That's the only time I scream. Neal, there's a game in Utah this weekend. The Arizona Wildcats are traveling to take on, quietly making noise around the country, the Brigham Young.
BYU, the Cougs.
BYU Cougs.
The Cougars.
BYU is favored by 3.5 points. So that's like 2 field goals. We can have a field goal and a safety, or we can score a touchdown and just hold them to a field goal. That's 3 and a hook. And guess what? It's not enough. Give me BYU all over. I think this is one of my favorite games of the week. Give me BYU at home. That place is different at home. Arizona plays different when they're away from home. I think BYU beats the brakes off of Arizona at home on Saturday.
How about that? All right. Pick number 4, Aka. What you got?
So as I said, I was playing with Ohio State in NCAA,
Yes.
and they were pretty good. So I found the line for this. I have Ohio State -3.
I think that's correct. Let's see. Ohio State. That line is 3. That is correct. Ohio State -3. So we're going to go with the Buckeyes in Eugene to take down the Ducks. Number 2 versus number 3. Kicking off. By the way, Ole Miss and LSU, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. It's kicking at 6:44. So if you're racing at 6:30, like, oh my God, I'm going to miss kickoff, you still have 14 minutes. They're kicking at 6:44 in Baton Rouge. But this game's kicking at basically the same time. Should be an interesting night of TV. And I agree with Aka, by the way. I think Ohio State's going to kick Oregon's ass.
I'm very upset right now, Neal. I don't like that.
Aka, I'm impressed, man. I mean,
Aka has
I
taken
hand
over.
this over to a bunch of American people, and they screw me. Turns out the key was just, I should have known because he's not a Thunder player, but he's probably my favorite non-Thunder player in the NBA.
Okay.
I mean, I cheer for him except for 4 nights a year when I hope he is awful. That's Lauri Markkanen, and he's from Finland, and he's kind of sensible, smart, makes good decisions. Here we go. See, this is happening. I can feel momentum right now.
Well, I'm not happy because every one of your picks I've been over here scratching off because I had them in my pool. All right, so I'll kidding aside, very good picks. I like them as well, actually. That's scary. Usually I don't have to worry about crossing many games out, but you're on it today. All right, Scoops. My 4th pick. The Cal Golden Bears are traveling all the way back across America
to Pittsburgh. I'm curious on your pick here because I've had smart people give me diametrically opposed opinions on this game. Okay. So go for it.
All right. Well, mine's not diametric. I don't know what that means. This is when Scoops pulls out words that I have no idea what they mean.
Diametrically means completely opposite.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's how he has to talk to me. I had no idea what he was talking about.
It's a live broadcast. This is a live broadcast.
It's a live broadcast. I need what he meant in my ear right now. Can somebody please tell me real quick what he meant? It's a live broadcast. Okay. All right. So there's a game going on in Pittsburgh. So Cal's got to go from Berkeley. Okay. Do you know where Berkeley is? Okay, that's where they hug trees. Okay,
San Francisco. Yes.
There are trees out there that they hug them. Do y'all hug trees in Finland? No. Okay. Well, they hug them out there. They hug them and go, the tree. It's very barky today. It's very rough around the edges. And so those people are getting on a plane and they're going to Steel City. Do you know what you do in Steel City? Those are tough motherfuckers. They're ready to go. They're ready to play. They're ready to bust people in the mouth. Give me the Pitt Panthers -3.5 at home versus the Cal tree-hugging Bears.
Okay. Yeah.
I have no idea what teams just.
Aka's concerned right now that he's going to be recalled to Finland any moment. People are going to say this is abuse.
He's in danger. He's in danger. Stranger danger. Stranger danger.
All right. What's your 5th pick? You're doing good so far.
It's still college, right?
Still college. Yeah.
So as you're losing by a lot, I heard.
Yeah.
I think we need to do something drastic.
Okay. So wait 1 second. Are you doing? Is this? Because you have to do a money line pick where you pick an underdog.
Oh, okay. Well,
is that what this is?
This can be it.
Oh, so you have 2 of these?
I guess.
Oh, it's fine. Go for it.
Okay, so I know Hawaii is far away.
It is.
And Boise State is going there. So I have
Boise State's going to Hawaii.
That's so I don't know the line for it, but I have Hawaii winning close game winning Boise State.
Okay. So you think Hawaii's going to beat Boise State?
I am.
All right, we're going to make that our money line because that's a +800.
Yeah, I'm coming for you.
All right, Aka, this will be this. You will get sent back to Finland at the end of this. So it's been nice having you around.
Who are you coming for, Aka? Hello, Scoop.
Hello, Joker.
I've had a bye week, Scoops.
Yeah, you've had
Been
more
gone
than
for
that.
a while.
You've had more than that.
Scoops, who's this character over here that you got trying to pick games?
This is Aka, Joker. He's from Finland. He's living with
Finland.
us. Yes, Finland.
Is that to the left of Gotham or to the right?
I'm not really sure. That's probably to the right. Yeah.
To the right?
Yeah.
Well, Aka, welcome to Gotham. So, Scoops, this week we had a little bye week. You know, Colorado's gone out and they've won 4 games against nobody. But this week, the manhood will get tested. Scoops, the Colorado Buffaloes are underdogs at home, a home dog to Kansas State. Do you know who Kansas State is? They're low.
Colorado Aka is coached by Deion Sanders, and Joker here has a major problem with Deion Sanders. It's quite personal.
Scoops, do you know what they call Gotham? Do you know what city that's supposed to be?
New York.
And do you know where Kansas State is located?
It's not that New York, Joker. It's a different one. That's that's Manhattan.
It doesn't matter.
This is a different Manhattan.
Give me the Manhattan. It's Manhattan. Give me the Kansas State Wildcats -3.5 on the road at Colorado. Aka, welcome to America. Hope you enjoy the game.
Alrighty.
I hope they don't take you back after this segment.
They probably are.
I'll see you soon.
I'm expecting a call from the people at AFS any moment now with go ahead and pack his bags. This is abuse. This is what you were warned about in your they had a retreat and he was warned about Americans and here we are.
Yeah, did the whole camp preparing for this moment.
Yeah, the whole thing. You
Meeting the choker.
You were more concerned about fentanyl and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But now they didn't warn them about the Joker.
Yeah, they did not. I wasn't prepared for this.
All right, so we've already used our money line.
So
what's
one more
our
college
5th
game.
college pick? That's correct.
So I don't know. You didn't tell me the names. Did you use this one yet?
No, you're good. You go.
So
I'll just.
Iowa winning Washington at home.
All right, so we're going with Iowa.
Iowa.
That's all good. Iowa's where's my helmet? You know what? I'll put on the Iowa helmet for this.
Brings out the good luck.
All right, so we're going with Iowa. Where's our number here? Who are they playing? Washington, right? Is it out there?
No, it's at home.
Oh, it's at home. Here we go. All right, so we're going Iowa Hawkeyes -3 at home against the Washington Huskies. We're laying the 3.
I like
Hawkeyes, baby.
Be interesting. It's a very interesting game. They've actually struggled against teams that run it downhill at them, and they found a way to beat Michigan at home. It'd be interesting to see how it
There are
goes.
no hills in Iowa. Everything's flat.
Everything's flat. All right, so it's money line time for your boy. I have had a couple of my money lines taken off the board by my man Aka over here. All right, here we go.
We get that Hawaii thing. He's picking every damn week. I'll tell you that.
I'm going to do it. I'm up 15.8 units. I'm up. So this is when you're up 15.8 units. This is what you call an educated gamble. Okay, so just letting everybody know out there, I'm doing this for the gamesmanship between me and Neal, because I think there's a small chance. Neal, there is a game going on. I can't wait for Grind to hear this, because when Grind hears this, he's going to say, "Oh hell no." Neal, there's a game Saturday in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh.
The Tennessee Vols are favored by 15 points in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the Florida Gators outright money line winner in Knoxville at +475.
Wow. I don't hate that pick.
+475. Why am I picking the Florida Gators?
It's actually +440.
+440.
+440.
+440. So it's moved, which is a good sign for your boy.
And that line's down to 14.
Which is moving, which is a good sign for your boy.
The Gators have shown some life the last couple of weeks. We do this thing, and this is my thing. Everybody thinks I'm making fun of media, but I'm not. It's fans, media, everybody. We establish a narrative, and we are unwilling to get off that narrative. We're rigid about the narrative. And Florida, yeah, they were bad early. Bad. They were bad. Sorry, I know it's your boy, but they were bad. Here, the last couple of games, they've been okay. They've shown some signs of life, granted against Mississippi State, against UCF, but there's a pulse there.
Yeah, I'm taking a shot here. I'm taking a shot. I mean, what I do, I really think they're going, probably not. I will be interested in this. This is, let me tell you why, the other, because I'm going to try to will
your
this.
Brother in the thread? Is that your brother in the chat?
I know my cousin's there. He told me, oh, yeah, that's him.
Okay.
He responded to my cousin saying, hey, could these better hit? I'm putting money on them.
All right. So here's what I'm going to try to will this in existence. I would love, and it's not going to help them. We could have the conversation for 1 week, Scoops, before the last part of the season hits. But I would love to see, like, I'm asking the question, okay? So y'all, this is for discussion. I know y'all know this is my guy. I love him. What's the opinion? You know, where the Billy Napier narrative has been up to this point. If Billy Napier goes into Tennessee and wins this game, he's 1 game away from this happening.
Okay.
And he leaves Knoxville 4-2, and his 2 losses are to Miami and Texas A&M. What's the opinion on Billy Napier? Does it change because of 1 football game? Does it change?
I know where you're going. I'll play into it. Yes.
Now, the last part of the season will then happen. But you know what I'm saying? Like, 1 game could change his. Like, I will say this. It will definitely take the heat off.
Some of it.
Yeah, for right now until next week. It's a 7-day contract these days. But if you're 4-2 and your losses are Texas A&M and Miami, there's probably a bunch of teams that would fit that until they play the last 6 games, 5 games, whatever it is. All right, that's our college picks. Now it's time to go to the National Football League, the NFL. You ready to go, Aka, for pick number 1?
So I have a couple here. If you steal my picks, I know they're good.
You get to go first. He can't steal yours. You can double up on
Let me
picks.
see. I want to see what I think is the best one. Okay, so I'm going for the Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay Packers, that's correct.
To win Arizona Cardinals at home.
So you got them covering the line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to go Green Bay -5 at home against the Cardinals, which is just inside that range of NFL lines where I get a little antsy. But 5 is okay. That we've got a little thing going here with NFL lines with
5.5.
5.5 teams that are favored by 5.5 or more.
25-1. 25-1.
Yeah, the underdog is covering like 80% of the time, but this is inside that number, so that doesn't count.
All right, Scoops. I'm going to start this in Aka. I'm going to start this bad boy out on Thursday night tonight. And just for the fans that know, I'm like 0-75,000 right now on Thursday night picks on this show. So
keep going then.
Hey, keep that in your as you wager. So congratulations to the other side. So keep that in mind here. But Neal, the San Francisco 49ers are traveling to Seattle tonight, facing the 12th man. Really should be a good game on Thursday Night Football. The San Francisco 49ers are, in my opinion, and this is how usually the NFL works, are in a must-win scenario tonight in Seattle. San Fran is favored by 3.5, and guess what? It's not enough. Give me the San Francisco 49ers to win and cover tonight on the road in Seattle. So congratulations to all Seahawks bettors.
All right, Aka, NFL pick number 2. What you got?
Pick number 2 is Detroit Lions winning Dallas Cowboys.
All right, so
away.
We're taking the Detroit Lions -3 in Big D and Jerry World over the Cowboys. I like it. Look at my guy here.
One of my favorite. That was
impressive.
Just so you know, that was like my favorite pick of the week. I screwed up. I should have gone and jumped that one first, but it's okay. Now, we may overlap some on the NFL because there's not as many games, but that's okay. I'm going to try not to. All right, Scoops. My second game, the Washington Commanders, starting the season hot. Did you know that they're 4-1? 4-1 Washington Commanders.
I'm not surprised. I've told you about this. How long have I been doing reporting?
A minute.
I mean, think about how many people I've interviewed.
A few.
I had 10 minutes, basically me and him, and then another like 3 minutes where it was me and him and a few other people before he went into the main room. I'm blown away by Jaden Daniels, the person. Not surprised at all that he's walked into an NFL locker room. I mean, he obviously has physical talent. You watch him do his thing. I'm not surprised at all that he's walked into an NFL locker room, won it over, and dudes are playing for him. I'm not surprised any. He has, it.
Yeah.
He has it in spades.
Yeah, no,
this kid oozes it. I'm telling you, this kid is a different. I realize he's got a body type that people are concerned about. I'm not talking about it physically, but if he's able to hold up physically, this kid's gonna win Super Bowls. He's a different cat.
Watch the disappointment in his face right here. The Washington Commanders are playing the Baltimore Ravens, and the Baltimore Ravens are favored by 6.5 points at home. But guess what? It's too much. I'm riding with my man Scoops, and Jaden Daniels give me the Commanders plus 6.5 on the road at the Ravens.
I was really hoping I'd be able to cheer.
Thought you were going to double me up.
I thought I was going to get one.
I was actually looking at that when I did my research. But
what were you thinking when you did your research?
I thought that Ravens weren't as good as the odds said they were. I thought they have a chance.
They're pretty good.
They are?
The Ravens are good. They should have lost last week.
They're probably going to the Super Bowl, but go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm a European.
Let's go.
So
I'm going to pee in just a minute.
My next pick.
Hold on. Yes, he's got his suitcase. We'll just, I know. Yeah, I understand. I get it. I don't blame you at all. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I'm going home early.
Yeah.
So, my next pick would be the Tennessee Titans winning Indianapolis Colts.
Yes.
Weird names. But it's going to be a close game.
All right, so we're going with the Indianapolis Colts, Tennessee Titans. You're going Titans? Tennessee?
No, I'm going, Tennessee Titans.
Okay, so we're going Tennessee Titans -3 at home over the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay, let's go. Who's playing? Is AR playing?
I
don't
know whether
I'm going to watch this. All kidding aside, because I know there's AR if he's doubtful or questionable, whatever it is. If Joe Flacco is playing quarterback, I will bet the money line on the Colts on Sunday. If Joe Flacco is playing, if AR is playing, Tennessee's going to win. All right, here we go, Neal. My third pick. I'm trying to bounce around. Here we go. Neal,
it's Flacco playing for the Colts, by the way.
He's going to play?
Yeah.
Oof.
Well, Flacco's 70, so I don't.
Flacco's balling. He's
know.
like an old man that's found the fountain of youth. That dude's baller. He's so much better than AR. They're stubborn because they got a lot of money invested in the other guy, so they don't want to play. They don't want to win. They just want to look good, but they want to try to make their draft pick right. All right, Neal, I'm going to take this bad boy. Me and Scoops last year, we went to Las Vegas, and we watched the Raiders play the Patriots, and which was a great game.
It was a great game.
It's probably the best ending of a football game.
The little kid crying behind us still remains awesome.
Yeah, it was great. Beautiful stadium. Okay, Allegiant Stadium, best stadium I've been to. I don't know, you've gone to more than I have, but it's the best stadium I've been to.
It's probably my favorite.
Okay, I agree. Awesome. And they're playing host to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, the Pittsburgh Steelers are favored by 3 points, and Aka, guess what? It's not enough. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers. The under in this game is probably 6. The over-under is probably 6 on this game.
36.5.
So give me the Pittsburgh Steelers -3 in Las Vegas. I think the Raiders got issues going on, man. They can't figure out what they're going to do. They're trying to trade Devontae Adams. They can't get anything for him because they know they're in a pickle. They're not going to give him a 2 for him. So I don't know what's going on there. I'm just praying somehow that Russell Wilson hangs on one more week and doesn't start the game for the Steelers. I hope they don't put him in this week.
All right, before we get to pick number 4 in the NFL, Aka, you've been here a couple months. Have you had Wendy's Nugs dipped in sauce?
Depending on which sauce, but yeah, I think I tried Wendy's Nuggets, yeah.
Okay, so you've had Wendy's Nugs dipped in sauce, but have you had them covered in sauce?
No.
Whoa, well, let me just tell you, Wendy's new saucy nugs, Aka, they take the crispy and spicy nugs that you love, and they turn them up to 11. 11. Choose between flavors like buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm. I already know the answer to this, but it's on the thing. Are you a real heat seeker? Not really. But if you were, you would try spicy ghost pepper only on Wendy's signature spicy nugs. I dare you. That's 7 delicious ways to try the nugs you already love. So pick a flavor, grab some extra napkins, and Aka, prepare to nug like you've never, ever nugged before for a whole new way to nug. It's got to be Wendy's at participating U.S. Wendy's.
So, excuse me. My 4th pick would be, I know there's a lot of New Orleans Saints fans in my school, and I might piss them off with this one. But they are gonna they're gonna lose at home to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Let's go.
Yeah. All right, so we're going Tampa Bay Buccaneers -3 is what we have on DraftKings. Tampa Bay -3 in New Orleans on Sunday. And for the record, I agree with him.
Yeah, he had it too.
Are you over here cheating on my sheet over here? Look. I know what high school you go to. Okay, are you cheating over here? All right.
Hey, look, don't. This American education has really stressed him out. Okay, it has been very, very difficult so far. So let's. It's fall break. Let's not. This has been de-stressed.
All right. Neal, the Cleveland Browns. Do you know who the quarterback is for the Cleveland Browns? His name is Deshaun Watson. You know what he's most famous for? We won't talk about it because I will get you sent back.
We'll get sent back.
So I don't want to talk about it. But the fact of the matter remains, do you know, this was an interesting stat. I didn't know if y'all knew this or not. Did you know, I saw this on Twitter, so it's true, okay? With all the great information that we have on Twitter right now, I'm sure it's true.
If it's online, it's true.
Oh, 100% true. I saw a tweet yesterday that said Deshaun Watson has now settled more lawsuits than he has thrown touchdown passes since being in Cleveland. Is that great? Is that great or what? Is that great? I think it said he settled 23 lawsuits and he's only thrown 19 touchdowns. That's just, I saw it on Twitter. If that's true, fantastic. That was great.
Oh, God.
We won't tell you what he was settling because that would get you back on a plane back to Finland. So we won't cover that there since we got all the attention of everybody. But the Cleveland Browns and Deshaun Watson, they're going to Philadelphia. And, you know, Philadelphia, the city of Philadelphia right now is they're in bad spirits right now. You know, they're not playing well in football. They just got put out in baseball, thank goodness. Like I have a like your man Scoops here. I have a love-hate relationship with Philadelphia and the Mets, kind of like he does with the Brewers and the Cardinals. And it's, you know, for me, the Phillies are like the team I hate the most, and the second most team is the Mets, but the Mets beat them, so Philly's all upset, right? Lindor hits a grand slam last night, just breaks their hearts. And they're going to get their hearts broken again. Give me the Cleveland Browns +10. +10.
That's such a big number.
On the road versus Philly and the Eagles. I'm taking the 10 points.
As much as I hate to say it, I kind of like that because the Eagles they're not great, and that's such a big number. By the way, Campbell says for me to tell you hello.
Oh, hi, Campbell.
There you go.
So my last pick, I'm between a couple ones. I'm thinking about the Chicago Bears winning the Jaguars. Okay. And
all right, that's the game it's in London. The Bears are one and a half point favorite.
But if they don't even have
you got to pick that game.
If they don't have the home advantage, it's a. And then I was looking at Atlanta Falcons winning the Carolina Panthers away. Is that a possible pick?
Yeah, I'm gonna see what the line is. It's a 6-point line. I'll be honest. Ooh, we'll see.
If that's not possible, I could just go with the Bears for the London. Oh yeah, they play at the team I support in the English Premier League.
Yeah, it's Tottenham.
Yeah, they play in the Tottenham Stadium. So I guess I have to go with that one.
All right, so we're gonna take the Bears -1.5 in London. Tea and crumpets. And the NFL.
Tea and crumpets? Good day, mate. Is that what they say over there? That's not the right place.
I do not know what they say.
It's Australia.
Good day, mate.
It's a running joke.
I'm just a bit scared because in like the soccer betting world, you always say don't bet on Spurs, and they're playing on the Spurs stadium. So
Tell Scoops that. Scoops is a big Spurs guy, right?
Yeah, we're both Spurs guys.
Oh, you don't bet on the Spurs though.
Yeah, the Spurs can let you down.
Okay.
They'll break your heart.
They'll break your heart.
Yeah, and your bank account because they're pretty bad on the back end. They'll tear you up.
All right, Neal. My last pick. I got a lot scratched out here. I basically down to 2 picks. The only reason I have the Texans at the Patriots is they're in that little plus 6.5 thing. I just can't do it. Drake May is going to make his first start, Scoops, for the Patriots this weekend at home. That scares the shit out of me because what I've seen of Drake May, he's been very late. And you know what happens when you're late with passes?
I need to formally apologize to my daughter here.
Okay, go ahead.
Campbell says, I can't believe they didn't let me pick Arkansas last week. And you know what? I was wrong.
Let's go solo.
And it was a very bad moment as a father. And I'm very sorry. I should have believed in you. We would have cut this lead from 15 to 11. It's totally my fault. I will forever feel terrible about it. I was happy for the Hogs. Let the record show you left the stadium in the third quarter, though. So, I mean, they would have gotten mad at you. Right? So, but yes, the Hogs won. They beat Tennessee. That was your pick, and I screwed it up, and I'm sorry, and I beg your forgiveness.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But Drake may make the start. It makes me nervous. Like I'm sure he has, or they would not have done it. I think the reason that they are trying to, one is the other rookies are developing. Like Bo Nix is getting better. Obviously, Jaden Daniels is having a great year. You got the rookie Caleb Williams is getting better. So I think they're trying to go ahead and they see the progress that the other ones are making. They're going to go ahead and do it. The other reason they're playing him is poor old Jacoby Brissett is like a sitting duck back there. He can't get out of the way. They're terrible up front on the offensive line. They're getting their guys killed back there. Maybe they're trying to get an athletic guy back there, but Drake May has to speed up the game a little bit because that was his problem in the preseason, but he's making progress. Not enough for me to go 6.5, though. That one actually scares me. Neal, I'm taking this bad boy all the way to Monday night. I'm going to pull a Campbell McCready on you right here. I'm going all the way to Monday night. You know, Campbell went 2 weeks in a row, and she went Monday night. I'm going to do it for the first time all year. Give me the Buffalo Bills are taking on the New York Jets, a Robert Saleh-less New York Jets team.
The Jets sacked their coach.
Out of here. Is that what it means, sacked? That's the
in
fired word?
English Premier League, they say sacked.
Gone. But you shouldn't feel bad for him. Do you know why? Because he's going to make $20,000 a day for the next 3 years. So he's going to be okay. He don't have to worry about him eating. You know, where is he going? He'll have plenty of money to go get saucy nugs. Okay, he'll be able to buy plenty of rain. Be good. He can go to PTG Outdoors. He can go to Cooper Chevrolet. He can do whatever he wants to do. He'll have plenty of money there.
He doesn't need better help.
He doesn't need better help.
And you're betting against him.
No, I'm not betting against him because he's sacked. He's on the couch. He no longer has any affiliation. Give me the Buffalo Bills -2.5 against the Jets on the road on Monday night.
How about that?
That concludes the picks. You got any parting words for the fans?
If my Hawaii bet hits, I'll be here next week, and I will be here next week. The jet lag will get to them.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Boise's the flight from Idaho to Hawaii is going to take down the Broncos.
Oh yeah, mentally and physically. I've been there. I flew 24 hours here. The jet lag kills you. That will happen to the players, and we will be back.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I like a little shit talking on the way out. That's what I like. He says, "I will be back.
I'll be back.
I will be back." What are you gonna do What are you gonna do when the Joker comes back? Can you handle the Joker? That he brings pressure.
I'm not sure. I might get sent back before it.
He said he may get sent back before it.
Yeah.
Aka is single-handedly ending the Genty Heisman run.
That would be the end of it.
You're single-handedly ending a Heisman Trophy run.
All right, we've been brought to you, as always, by our friends at Reign Total Body Fuel. 300 milligrams, natural caffeine, BCAAs, electrolytes, zero sugar. It's got what you need to push the limits and achieve your goals. Check them out on Instagram at Rain Body Fuel to learn more.
Aka, did you know that Brandon and our good friends at PTG Outdoors, they are a Camus boats dealer. They have both fresh and saltwater boats. So you could actually go to PTG Outdoors, get a boat, and drive back. Okay? I mean, how awesome would that be? All right. They sell and service Mercury outboards. They do custom marine electronic installations with Garmin, Humminbird, and Low Ranch products. You can get all of your fishing needs and custom golf cart retrofits where they replace all of the batteries with a single lithium battery. They have locations in Grenada, Mississippi, and please go to the online store at ptgoutdoors.com.
We will be back on Monday with another edition of McCready and Siskey, powered by our friends at Rain Total Body Fuel. Stay tuned on MPW Digital. The Butcher versus the Dance Instructor, presented by LB's Meat Market, is next, followed by Pete's Pigskin Preview. Get you ready for Ole Miss at LSU video breakdown of the Rebels and the Tigers. And then I'll have a solo hand raise, guys, presented by Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating, a little bit later this evening. If you're traveling this weekend, whether it's to, I guess, Tuscaloosa or Baton Rouge or Knoxville or wherever the case may be, please be careful and be safe. And we will talk to you again on Monday. For Tyler, for Aka Leenstrom, our special guest, I'm Neal McCready. Take care.